Hi there. In this screencast, we're going to take a look at covalent nomenclature. So these compounds contain two or more nonmetals. Now, by this point in your study of chemistry, you should be very comfortable with determining if something is ionic or covalent just by looking at the formulas that are given. If that first piece is a metal or ammonium, we're talking about an ionic compound, and you should probably refer back to one of those podcasts. Now, if we're talking about a covalent compound, that means we've got two or more nonmetals that we're working with when we talk about these compounds. So let's get into the covalent nomenclature, or how to write names and formulas for covalent compounds. Now, the important thing that you need to think of when you're talking covalent compounds is we gotta think Greek. The Greek prefix is for numeric values. So if we have one of anything, we use the prefix mono, 2 is di, 3 is tri, 4 is tetra, 5 is penta, 6 is hexa, 7 hepta, 8 is octa, 9 is nona, and 10 is deca. Now, some important side notes: if you only have one of the first element, so for example, if we had been working with the formula CO, there is only one of the first element. We don't use the Greek prefix for that. The Greek prefixes simply indicate how many. So since there's only one of this element and it's the first one in the formula, we would simply write the name of the element, carbon. Now, with the second element, since there's only one of them, we do in fact use the Greek prefix. So this would be mon, and then oxygen would be the element, so we change the suffix to "ide." So we would get carbon monoxide as this. So again, Greek prefix for both elements, "ide" for the suffix, and if there's only one of the first element, we don't use a Greek prefix. These are way, way easier than the ionic compounds for most first-year students to figure out how to do. The only thing is, once you start mixing covalent and ionic compounds on a worksheet or a test or a quiz, students want to throw Greek prefixes on everything. They only work for the covalent compounds. So when we've got formulas like this, dinitrogen pentoxide, the prefix di means 2, so we've got the element nitrogen with a subscript of 2, and then we've got oxide, which is oxygen, and penta, which is 5. So we've got N2O5. Carbon dioxide, since there's no prefix on that first element, there's only one of them, so it's a C. Oxide is O, and the prefix di means 2, so we get CO2. What about given a formula, CCl4? Keep in mind, if there's only one of the first element, we don't use mono. So this is carbon, is our first element. Our second element symbol is Cl. That's chlorine, but we change the suffix to chloride, and there's 4 of them, so this is carbon tetrachloride. And the last one, CO, lo and behold, that's the one that I had on the previous slide. So this would be carbon, would be the first element. There's only one of them, so no prefix. And then for the second one, we get monoxide. Again, kind of flying through covalent nomenclature. That's about as long as it should take you to work on this kind of stuff. And if you need help, don't hesitate to come on by, find one of us, ask us for help, see what we can do to clear things up for you. Thanks a lot. Talk to you soon.